Hey yogis, welcome to day one of our 7-day series. Well, it's actually a 28-day series. And today we're going to be flowing with gratitude. The series is Reconnect to Source. So basically we're going to be playing with a pattern through this series, which essentially allows you to guide yourself through a bit of a flow. We're going to be doing every single flow a couple of times, so it'll give you the opportunity to sort of take on the different shapes or movements or slight modifications that you specifically need for your body in that moment. So my goal of this practice today is to bring greater awareness to us to reconnect to that intuitive place or that heart space within us, which is why we're going to be taking on every single thing more than once, so that you have this opportunity to find this connection to your source. So today, as we flow with gratitude, we're going to be continuing to re-establish our mindset with a sense of gratitude. There was a beautiful study done by Dr. Brené Brown where she realized that the number one cause of happiness is establishing a daily sense of gratitude. She interviewed thousands of people, and this was the one single thing that every single happy person had in common, was that they were constantly reconnecting to gratitude. So as we reconnect to our source through this practice, we're going to be doing that with a sense of gratitude. All right, so let's get started. Find a comfortable seat in your mat. We're going to be using a block and maybe a cushion today. Just the cushion. If you want something to meditate on, it can be very helpful. And make sure that you have the block set up at the front of your mat. All right, let's bring the palms to face the sky and closing down the eyes. And just tune into the natural breath to begin noticing how you have arrived on the mat. And for now, just notice the breath. Notice how it's flowing in and out of the body. Notice if there's any sort of tension or constriction. Or maybe it's just an incredibly free-flowing breath. And we're not holding any preference with the breath, but we're simply just watching it move naturally. And establish here a sense of gratitude for the way that you've arrived on your mat today. Even if you don't feel so great, or maybe you feel a little bit irritated or sad or fearful or some sort of negative emotion, still find a sense of gratitude for whatever is present with you right now. And give yourself this opportunity over this next hour to align yourself constantly with a sense of gratitude for how you're showing up here now. And if you're already feeling a rush of positive emotions, allow those positive emotions to heighten throughout the practice. If you're feeling a sense of negative emotions, give yourself permission to alchemize those negative emotions into something that serves you. And we're not trying to push away any sort of emotion, even if it feels uncomfortable. But simply find that sense of gratitude for however you have shown up. and know that however you're showing up is perfect. And bring your palms to a heart center in a prayer mudra, having your thumbs gently push up against the center of your heart. Your fingers extending nice and long. Feeling that subtle pressure of the left hand on the right, of the right hand on the left. And finding gratitude for this subtle sense of connection and unity between the right and left sides of you. Taking a few full breaths, inhale completely. Exhale fully. Beautiful. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Feel yourself inhale only into your belly if you can, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And exhaling completely. Now allow an intention to arise. This intention may be clear, or it may be a subtle feeling that you can't quite put into words. Whatever comes up is perfect. Beautiful, and drop your hands down into your lap. Bring your chin down towards your chest. And take one full breath in. Let it out with a sigh. Allow the eyes to blink open, looking at the floor in front of you, allowing all of the light to come in. Beautiful. And to begin, we're just going to give ourselves a bit of a nice little massage. So taking your right hand on the left side of your body, starting at the shoulder, and just giving your arm a nice little massage as you move down all the way to the fingertips. Giving every single part of the arm a little bit of love. Going over to the right side, giving it a little bit of love, and really find a sense of gratitude for every inch of your body. So often when we practice gratitude, we forget about the mundane, such as the fingers. Bring your hands onto your belly, massage your belly in little circles, finding a sense of gratitude for your whole digestive system, for your core, for your center. Bring your hands to your back, giving your back a nice little massage. And give yourself this massage as if you deserve it. Bringing your left leg out, massaging all the way from the thigh, passing the knee all the way to the foot, giving your body love as you move down to the toes. Doing the other leg. And finding that sense of gratitude just for the fact that you can even give yourself a massage. And then last but not least, giving your face a little massage, rubbing your cheeks, moving down to your jaw, covering your chin, making little circles, getting your forehead, your third eye, your temples. Beautiful. And now that we've loosened our bodies up just a little bit, find yourself in a child's pose in the mat. So pressing your bum against your heels, we'll start with a wide-legged child's pose as long as this is okay for you. Hands stretch forward, forehead pushes onto the mat. As you inhale, find an expansion in the back of your heart. As you exhale, allow your chest to drop down towards the earth. Again, inhale, find expansion in the back of your heart.
Exhale, allow your chest to drop down. 3 more breaths like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Now inhale, come into a tabletop. Wrists stack underneath the shoulders, and as you exhale, bring your bum back down towards your heels, child's pose. Inhale again, wide kneed tabletop. Exhale, bum comes back down. 3 more like that, and feel free to make it a bit more fluid, less linear if you need. Inhale. Maybe opening the heart, exhale, coming back. 2 more, breathe in. Maybe you move in circles. Find that connection to your intuitive movements. Exhale, come back down. Last one, inhale. And exhale, come back. Relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, come into a tabletop, stacking the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Breathe in, drop the belly towards the floor, bring the gaze up. As you exhale, lift the hips up. Begin to send the chest towards the thighs. Keep the knees nice and bent. Externally rotating the shoulders, really pressing the heart towards the thighs, keeping the knees as bent as you can, and then slowly begin to straighten the legs, either 1 at a time or 2 at a time. If this is your first downward dog of the day, give yourself a moment to really just show up here. Taking your time to settle in. Being grateful for every single movement that you're making. Let's really take this class as an opportunity today to find gratitude, as I've already mentioned, for the mundane, for the things that may seem just really normal. Beautiful. Finding yourself in a still downward dog. We'll stay here for 5, pressing the fingertips firmly into the mat. 4, 3, 2, and last breath. Now inhale, wave forward, come into a plank, and exhale, lower halfway towards the earth into chaturanga. Keep the toes tucked under. Inhale into this modified up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, push back, downward facing dog. 3 more, go at your own pace, fast or slow, and feel free to bring yourself out of this linear-like movement if you need. So for example, maybe you come forward into a plank, maybe your heels drop to either side before you lower down. Inhale, coming into a modified up dog if it felt good. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, taking your time, doing 2 more full rounds, taking the variations that you feel that you need. Maybe you want to get a little bit into the neck. Connect to what your intuition is guiding you to do here. And it may feel like a bit of a mystery. And if it does, that's okay. But use this as an opportunity to discover how to make this mystery a little bit more clear. Discover how to solve the mystery. Take what you need. Beautiful. Walking the feet towards the front of the mat. After your last round, allow yourself to just hang here. Loosen up the back of the body, crossing the arms, crown of the head pulls down, sit bones pull up. Allowing the breath to come right from the throat. Engaging with your ujjayi breath if it feels available to you. Finding that beautiful oceanic sound coming from the back of your throat. Making it sound so clear that if you closed your eyes, maybe you would even feel like you are actually part of the ocean. How would the ocean move through this practice? Connect to this intuitive guidance. Dropping the hands down to the floor if they're not already. Micro bend the knees. Slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time until you come all the way to a stand. Shoulders come back and down. Palms face forward to Tadasana. Pulling up from the crown of the head, rooting down with the feet into the mat. Really press the outsides of the feet into the mat nice and firmly, as well as the big toe mounds. Pressing the toes each into the earth, closing down the eyes, seeing if you can balance here. Bring the hands to your heart center. Finding your intention again. Has it changed or is it the same? Give yourself permission to change your intention only if it feels right. Blinking open the eyes. As you inhale, lift the arms up nice and tall. Press the palms, look up. As you exhale, allow yourself to tilt at the pelvis, bow down all the way to a fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bring the right foot back. Breathe in, come into a high lunge. Find just stillness here for about 3 breaths, finding squared hips, lifting the arms up nice and high, connecting to your center. How does it feel to be here? What slight modifications do you need to make to be here? And as you exhale, find yourself in a warrior 2 shape. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment, whatever feels better for you. 3 full breaths here, finding length in the arms. Really pushing the front knee out, finding openness in the hips. Inhale, come into a reverse warrior, reaching the left hand up nice and high, bringing the right fingertips onto the back of the right leg. And then as you inhale, find yourself back into a high lunge, lifting the right arm up nice and high, pelvis points forward, breathe in, breathe out, settle a little bit deeper if you need. Shoulders back and down. Make those micro adjustments that you may need. Inhale here. Exhale, reach forward, find your right hand down. Inhale, left hand comes up and twist. Look up past the left fingertips. Staying here for 3. And we're staying here for each breath so that you have a bit of an opportunity later on to make some movement. From here, knife onto the outside of the right foot. And you're welcome to stay here in a supported side plank, or you can bring the left foot back to stack over top of the right foot. Flexing both of the feet, either looking up past your left hand or down past your right. Inhale. Exhale. Find strength, find length. All right, inhale, lifting the left foot up. Exhale, gently guide it forward all the way to the front of the mat. Finding yourself in a low lunge, reach both of your hands forward. Inhale, lift the right foot up. Exhale, bow down into the left. Staying here for 3. Maybe reaching the hands out wide if you need. 2. Last breath. Dropping the right foot down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Close down the eyes. Coming back to your intention. Has it changed? Has it stayed the same? Whatever it is, finding gratitude for that intention arriving within you. Beautiful. Opposite side. So for this side, we're going to do the same thing, move nice and slow. And then we're going to start to play a little bit. So inhale, reach the arms up nice and high. Look up, press the palms. Exhale, allow yourself to tilt forward into a fold. Inhaling, coming up halfway, lengthening from the crown of the head and the sit bones. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back. Inhale, coming into a high lunge, staying here for 3. Finding the modifications that you need, such as squaring the hips, pressing into the back toe mounds, pushing the back heel towards the back of the room. Tailbone tucks under, pelvis tucks up. So we're not protruding our bellies forward, not yet anyways. One more breath. And exhale, open to warrior 2, heel to arch or heel to heel alignment, whatever feels better for you. Staying for 3. Finding that nice open right hip. 2. 1. Breathe in, find a reverse warrior. Enjoy the stillness. Be grateful for your ability to be still here. Beautiful, and then inhale, find your high lunge again. Staying for 3. Finding stillness here just for now. 2. And 1. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, reach forward. Left palm comes down, breathe in, right palm comes up. Pulling back with the right hip and sit bone. Grounding the left hand fully into the earth. One more breath here. And then knifing onto the outside of the left foot. Maybe bringing the right foot all the way back to stack on top of the left. Finding a nice long side plank. What I mean by long is you're pulling forward with the crown of the head, pulling back with the heels and toe mounds. If it's too much or the balance is beating you a little bit, you can always bring the top foot to rest for support on the mat. Then inhale, lift the right foot up high. Exhale, gently step it forward. Inhale into a low lunge. Staying here just for 1 extra breath. And reaching the hands forward, breathe in, lift the left foot up high. Exhale, forward, fold into your standing splits. Maybe hands come forward, maybe they come out towards the sides. Whatever you choose is perfect. Just do what feels right for your body. One more breath. Beautiful. Bringing the feet together. Breathe in, come up halfway. Breathe out and fold. Micro bend the knees, inhale, reach the arms all the way up, press the palms, exhale, hands to the heart center, close down the eyes again, touch back into your intention. Why did you decide to show up today? And then blinking, open the eyes.
Now for this round, we're going to be doing the same sequence, except this time I'm going to encourage you to find little micro movements that might feel really good inside of your body, okay? So I'll sort of walk you through it as we go, so no worries if you're like, what should I do? Because it'll become a lot more clear to you in a moment. So bringing the palms to that heart center again, if they're not already there, pressing the toe mounds into the earth, slightly lifting the inner parts of the feet off the ground, pressing the outsides of the feet firmly onto the earth. Then breathe in, lift the palms up, look up, tailbone tucks down. Exhale, tilt the pelvis forward like a teapot, pouring a fresh cup of tea, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, come into a high lunge, and we're still gonna stay here for 3 breaths, but what I suggest you to do is take on a shape that maybe feels good for you. Maybe it feels good to arch the spine a little bit. Maybe it feels good to give yourself a bit of a twist here. Maybe it feels good just to stay right here. But the purpose of this series is to reconnect you to your source, to that inner teacher, that inner guide. There's no way that every single person doing this series right now needs the exact same thing. So I really encourage you to find those modifications, those movements, whatever they may be in these shapes. Exhale to a warrior 2. Maybe from here you bring your hands and collect them in towards your heart. Maybe you close down the eyes. Maybe you even straighten the front knee a little bit. Give yourself permission to just give yourself what you need. Inhale to reverse. Maybe you float forward and float back again. Maybe stillness feels perfect. Maybe you want to reach a little bit deeper. Breathe back into your high lunge, lifting up high. Squaring off the hips, shoulders away from the ears. Finding those modifications that you need or that you want. That feel most charming. Do what feels most charming. Exhale, reaching forward, framing the front foot. Right palm comes down, left palm comes up, twist. Finding those micro movements that feel good for your body here. Stacking onto the outside of the right foot, finding yourself in a side plank. Maybe you want to modify it a little bit, lifting the foot up high. Maybe finding yourself in a tree pose. And then lifting the foot up high to prepare to step it forward, reaching it forward. Finding a nice low plank. Maybe you want to dip down a little. Maybe that doesn't feel good and you want to just lift up nice and high. Reaching both of the hands forward. Inhale, come into a preparation for standing splits. Exhale, drop into your standing splits. Maybe try just bending both of the knees, tipping down a little bit further than straightening the legs. See how that changes your pose. Maybe you get super funky and you reach for the foot with the left hand. Give yourself permission to break the rules here. And find gratitude for every single intuitive piece of guidance. Dropping that foot down, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, press the palms together. Exhale, hands through the heart. Closing down the eyes again, touching back to your intention, back to your sense of gratitude. If at any point through that previous sequence you got a little bit lost in your mind, know that that's normal. continuing to make commitments to do your best moving forward. Opening up the eyes, reaching the palms up, pressing the palms, tucking the tailbone down, exhale and fold. Breathe in, come up halfway, lengthening from the crown, from the sit bones. Exhale, step the left foot back. Breathe into a high lunge. Find the modifications that you need. Maybe you want to tilt to the side. Maybe you want to open. If you feel a little confused, just look at what I'm doing. Maybe find a little bit of inspiration. Maybe you try something and you're like, oh, that actually feels really good. Maybe give yourself more of that if it feels really good. Opening up to a warrior two shape. Finding that nice deep dip in the front knee, or maybe finding it straight. Finding what feels good. Finding yourself in reverse. Back up to your high lunge, lifting up nice and high. Squaring the hips off. And don't worry so much about mirroring what you did on the other side. Just do what feels good on this side. Maybe your sides need different things today. Reaching forward, framing the front foot, left palm comes down. Inhale, right palm comes up, twist. Finding what feels good in your twist. For me, the cactus arm is kind of a go-to in the twist, just to open up my heart, my shoulder a little bit more. Knifing on the outside of the left foot, bringing the right foot back. Finding yourself in your modified side plank of your choice. Get as freaky or non-freaky as you feel you want. Move or find stillness, both are perfect. As you feel ready, lift the right foot to prepare. Bring it gently towards the front. Find yourself in that low lunge just for an extra breath. Give yourself what you need in this low lunge. Then inhale, come forward to prepare for your standing splits. Exhale, standing splits. Beautiful, dropping the left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come all the way up, nice and tall. Reach up, open the heart. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Beautiful, down by the sides. Take a moment here, ground into the space. And congratulate yourself here for finding those subtle movements that may have worked really well for you. I know it can feel a little bit weird at first if we're used to being guided in our classes and just taking on whatever the teacher is asking of us. But here, the main intention is to find what works best for you. All right, before we go into our next flow, let's just wash off the previous one with one full Surya A. So inhale, reach up nice and high. Exhale, allow yourself to fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or jump back, coming into a plank. Breathe in, come halfway forward or partway forward. Exhale, lower, partway to the earth. Inhale into your up dog, finding that length in your belly. Exhale, lift, push back, downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, untuck the toes, drop the bum to the heels, child's pose. Take 3 rejuvenating breaths here before we come into our next shape.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. All right, now inhale, lift up into your tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. All right, breathing in, lifting the right leg up nice and high. As you exhale, bring the right knee in towards the forehead. Come on to the left toe mounds. Try to tap the knee towards the forehead. And then exhale, push it back. This is probably a very familiar sequence to you. Inhale, bring the right knee towards the left elbow, maybe even tilting the right hip to face the earth. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, bring the right knee towards the right elbow, maybe even bending the arms here. And exhale, push it back. All right, again, with slight modifications. So take what you need, what you want, what your intuition and source desires. Breathe in, bring the knee in towards the forehead. Maybe you touch the forehead, maybe you even straighten the leg. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring the knee over towards the left elbow. Maybe you straighten the leg here. Maybe you don't. Exhale, push back. Do what feels right for you. Inhale, bring the knee over towards the right elbow or shoulder. Maybe even get into some freaky arm balance. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring the knee right in towards the chest. Step that foot through. Drop the back knee down, untuck the back toe. Inhale, come into a low lunge with a nice open heart. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Frame the front foot, tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee. Step back into your downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do the same side one more time. Do what feels good for your body. So inhaling, lifting the right leg up. Exhaling, bring it to the center, finding the shape that you want and need. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, bringing the right knee towards the left elbow. Get as freaky and weird and out of the ordinary or into the ordinary as you need. Exhale, push back. Inhale, right knee, right elbow or shoulder. Again, do something that feels good, but may look a little bit different from what I'm doing. Exhale, come back. It would actually be cool if you were doing this class with a group of people or a couple people, just to see what everyone's experimenting with. One more time, right knee, right leg up, bring it through, step it in between the palms, drop the back knee down, untuck the back toe. So last time what I did was I opened the heart, cactus the arms, but maybe it feels better for you to reach down and find yourself in a modified lizard lunge, or maybe give yourself a little bit of a twist. Maybe even bending the back knee, finding a bit of a quad stretch. Do what feels good for you. Do what feels delicious for the body. Do what makes you feel inspired and grateful. Stepping back. All right, let's wash it off before we move into the other side with one vinyasa. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower to your own degree. Inhale into your modified or traditional up dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it in towards the forehead. Try to tap it to the forehead or the nose. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring the knee towards the right elbow. Maybe you straighten the leg, maybe you keep it bent. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, bring it over towards the left elbow or shoulder. Exhale, come back. Another round, inhale, bring it in. Maybe you straighten the leg this time. Maybe you don't. Exhale, come back. Left knee, right side. Exhale, come back. Left knee, left side. Find the modified shape that you may want or need. And come back. Lifting that foot up high, bringing the knee through, stepping it in between the palms. Back knee comes down, untuck the back toe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus. Just opening the heart a few times here. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee. Bring that foot back, three-legged down dog. All right, we're almost done this sequence. Knee comes in towards the forehead. Do the thing that you want to do. Keeping this as kind of the base of the inspiration. Left foot up high. Bring it in towards the right. Maybe straightening, maybe opening. Maybe giving yourself a fallen angel kind of shape. And bringing it back. Bring it over towards the left side. Get as funky as you want. And bring it back. Stepping it all the way through, foot comes down. Back knee touches the ground, untuck the toe. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Find the shape that feels good for you. I encourage you to find a little bit of movement, maybe something that you haven't done yet today. Maybe in a way that you haven't done it today. Until you get that really juicy spot, and then you're like, oh yeah, that feels so good. And then give yourself some more depth into that spot. Like, for example, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this exact pose that I'm doing right now in a class, but here we are. Just do what feels good for you. All right, and then finding your way back to your downward facing dog. Let's wash it off. Wave forward into a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, modified or traditional up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog. Beautiful. Bring the feet towards the hands. Allow yourself to just bow down here in a hanging, kind of doll hang shape. Allowing yourself to bounce, loosen up the front body. Loosen up the back body. Loosen up the side body. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. All right, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees a little. Inhale, come all the way up to a stand, nice and tall, press the palms. Exhale, hands through the heart, down by the sides. All right, we're going to be using our block pretty soon, so make sure that it is at the front of the mat, right in the center. We're using it for our half moon shape, so if you know that you need it on a specific height, maybe I'll make mine a little bit higher, then do that. If you don't have a block, a book, or something like that works as well. All right, so from here, opening the front body, having the palms of the hands push forward. Remember, we're doing everything twice. So the first time, follow kind of more or less my instructions. Second time, do what feels good for you. Do what makes you feel grateful. Hands to the heart center. Inhale, reaching up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center with full awareness, full control. Allow the hands to drop down for the duration and length of the whole exhale. Then inhale, lift both the hands up along with the right knee. Exhale, step it back into your high lunge. Inhale here in the high lunge. Exhale into a warrior two shape. Inhale into reverse warrior. Exhale into side angle, tucking the left elbow to the inside of the left leg, reaching the right arm forward. Inhale into reverse. Exhale into your side angle. Again, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, come into your warrior two stance. Reach the left hand down onto the block. Ensure that your front foot is parallel with the side of the mat. All right, then move the back foot forward a little bit, keeping the right hand up high. Then inhale, come into your half moon. Find the height of the block that feels good for you. Either looking down to the base hand, or looking up if the balance allows you to. For now, just finding stillness here. All right, and then moving into a warrior three stance with our hands at our heart center, allowing the hips to point down towards the earth. Bring the hands together into a prayer, pushing back with the right heel, forward with the crown of the head, staying for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the hands up high. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Woo, find the balance. Exhale, foot comes down. All right, shake it off so the base leg doesn't feel too, tight. All right. Whew. Maybe wipe off the sweat. All right, it's hot in here. I don't know if it's hot where you are. All right, inhale, reach the palms up, press the palms together. Other side, exhale. No, we're not folding. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the left knee up. Exhale, gently begin to step it back. High lunge, inhale here. Exhale, open up to a warrior two stance. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Right elbow tucks in, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, reverse. Find those open hips for these whole movements. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale again, reverse. Exhale, find warrior two. Reaching the right hand down towards the block, finding the height that worked for you, making sure that that right foot is parallel with the side of the mat. Move the back leg in a little bit, as much as you need to be able to prepare for your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana shape. Maybe lifting the gaze to come past the left hand, staying for 3 real strong breaths. 2, 1, allow the hips to drop so that they face the earth. Bring the hands to the heart center, warrior 3. Find that stability from within, from your source. If you fall, be grateful for the fall. You are learning. Inhale, lift up high, bring the knee in towards the chest. Find your stability here. Exhale, drop the foot down. Shake it off. All right, give yourself a little pat on the back. Well done. That's not an easy sequence. All right, set the block back up. You know where it needs to go now if you are using it. All right, time to do it, this time with your inspiration, with your flow. If you want to move, move. If you want to find stillness, find stillness. Again, I will guide you. We're doing this together. Inhale, reach up, press the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards the chest for the whole duration of the exhale. Pay attention to that prana from within. Inhale, lift the arms up along with the right leg. Exhale, and gently step back into your high lunge. Inhale in your high lunge, maybe you open the heart a little.
And then exhale, warrior two. So what I did last time was a wave between reverse and side angle. Maybe you want to do that again, or maybe it feels better for you to kind of do some twisting stuff, or maybe it feels better for you to touch all the way to the floor, find yourself in a bind. We have a few breaths here to play, so allow yourself to play. What I encourage is just to keep the hips open, so whether you're finding yourself in a triangle pose, or if you're sticking with these variations between reverse warrior, warrior two, and side angle, just try to keep the hips open. And stretch all areas of the body that want to be stretched. Beautiful. One more breath here. Great job, yogis. All right, bring yourself into a warrior two, reaching your left hand down towards the block. Bring the right foot back, or right foot forward to come forward on the mat. Then inhale, come to a half moon shape. Now from here, it may feel good to stay here. It's a balancing shape, so it's a little bit more challenging, right? Maybe you want to hover the left hand off the ground. Maybe you want to grab the right foot with the right hand and open up the thigh, open up the shoulder, looking past the shoulder. Maybe that feels good. Maybe you're falling all over the place, and that's okay too. This used to be my least favorite pose once upon a time because I couldn't hold it for more than a nanosecond. All right, finding yourself back in a position where you're ready to transition to your warrior three. Bring yourself into a warrior three. Maybe the hands are at the heart. Maybe you find yourself in an airplane. Hands come forward. Maybe the knee bends. Do what feels good. Maybe you find a standing splits. All right, and then we'll meet back in a warrior three. Inhale, lift the knee up high along with the hands. Whoop. Exhale, drop down. All right, other side. Know that if you feel a little bit confused or not sure what to do as you move through these shapes, that this is normal, especially if you're used to following classes. But this is why I've created this series, is to encourage you to find that flow that comes from within. All right, inhale, reach up, press the palms together, look up. Exhale, guide the hands slowly to the heart center. Beautiful, thank you, yogi. Inhale, lift the arms up along with the left knee. Exhale, gently step it back, come into a high lunge. Inhale, lifting up high. Exhale, opening up to warrior two. All right, and then finding the shapes that you need. Staying with the open hips. So you can think of, if you're feeling a little bit lost here, think of warrior two as your base. And you're just kind of transitioning around shapes that surround a warrior two. All right, one more full breath. Bring yourself back to a warrior two. Let's meet here. And reaching the right arm forward, pressing it onto the floor or the block, bringing the left foot forward just a little bit onto the mat. Inhale, come into your half moon shape, finding the variation of your choice. For me, quad stretches always feel good, so they're usually my go-to. Preparing yourself for a transition to the warrior three pose. Bringing your hands to your heart center just to begin, and then floating them to where feels good. And then as you feel ready, finding traditional warrior 3, lifting up nice and high, bringing the knee in towards the chest. Exhale, dropping it down. Allow yourself to just stand here. Don't worry so much about having a classic yogi shape, but just kind of stand in a way that feels good. Closing down the eyes. Congratulating yourself through moving through this practice and following your intuitive guide. It may have felt quite challenging at times, and it may have felt really delicious at other times. And it's all perfect. Just being grateful for yourself, for showing up on the mat, for making it this far into the practice, for putting in all of the effort that you have put in. All right, let's move down towards the ground. So we'll bring the feet out about mat width distance apart. We're gonna prepare for Malasana. So if you know that you need a block or a cushion for Malasana underneath your bum, you're welcome to take it. Pointing the feet out to about 10 and 2 o'clock, or 3 and 9, if that works better for you. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and as you exhale, bend at the knees, come all the way down, bringing your bum towards the earth. So this is where a block could come in handy if you're feeling like you're kind of hunched over a lot, or if your heels are coming off the ground. Give yourself permission to just sit onto the block. Eventually the hips will open up so much that you can bring the hips and the bum almost to the ground in this shape. Pressing the palms of the hands together at the heart center, closing down the eyes. Shoulders away from the ears. You may find that you're kind of like this. As long as you're putting in that intention to bring a nice long neck into the body, to open the knees nice and wide, then you are doing it perfectly as you are. Finding that voice within yourself, that voice of love, that voice of connection, that voice of source, God, the universe, the self, the soul. These are all just synonymous words for the same thing. Find that voice. All right, and then slowly bringing the bum down towards the earth, reaching the hands forward, bringing the knees in towards the body, giving yourself a little hug, making a nice round ball. And readjust yourself so that you can roll onto the mat and be completely on the mat. Keeping the knees pulled in towards the chest. We've done lots of hip openers here, so it may feel good to give yourself one last one with a happy baby. Reaching the hands to the insides of the knees, grabbing to the outsides of the feet, bringing the knees down to either side of the mat. The heels are coming up. Beautiful. Feel free to straighten or bend the legs. Give yourself this time here to find that last little intuitive kick. What does your body need or want right now? Does it want straight legs? Does it want bent legs? Just play on your back for this moment. And then stretching yourself out as you feel ready with your feet onto the earth. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. And then as you exhale, drop the right knee over towards the left side. Find yourself in a little twist. If it feels good and feels okay on the shoulder, you can extend the right arm out like a T. And just fully relax the body here. We've been engaging the body so much throughout the practice.
Let's just bring a little bit of yin energy into our yang practice. Allowing the breath to slow down. Allowing the heartbeat to become softer. And rolling onto your back again. Extend both feet out onto the ground. Then bring the left knee in, grabbing onto it with the right arm, allowing your body to twist towards the right side. If it feels okay on the shoulder, extending the left arm out like a T. The gaze can be up or it can be towards the left side. The point here is to fully relax the body. Fully relax the body. And come onto your back again. Take in any last movement that you feel you may need before fully bringing yourself into your shavasana. Extending the feet out, mat width distance apart or beyond. Extending the arms out, mat width distance apart or beyond. Take up space, as much space as you need, as you want, as you desire. Allow yourself to fully rest here. And allow any lesson that you may have learned through this practice to be brought with you as you move forward in your day or in your evening. Making a commitment to yourself to find a sense of gratitude moving forward in any moment that you may have forgotten, or any moment that it may have floated away a little. And know that it's okay if your sense of gratitude sort of dissipates. Because you can always find it again. All you have to do is remind yourself that it's there. I encourage you to rest here in this shavasana for the next 5 to 15 minutes. Allowing yourself to doze off as you need. Entering that dreamlike state. And thank you so much for practicing today, for reconnecting to yourself, your source. And I'll see you next time as we welcome in joy. Namaste.